Quarantine has brought out so many talents within ourselves. If you use the pandemic to start a business, let us help you promote it. Learn more about our low-cost and effective business promo. Email us today at biz@cwfnetwork.com. That's biz@cwfnetwork.com.
Broadcasting live from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the CWF Network.
Wait, have you heard of Love Her? An audio ride about the good and the bad of relationship. Every situation has its ups and downs, and it's up to you to keep the love. Well, I'm your host, Latisha D, and this is Love Her. Oh my God, did you say that you love her? Hey y'all, it's Latisha D, who else could it be, here for another episode of Love Her. I'm just grateful to be here for another day, another week, and I hope you are all well as well. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're listening to this and, like you're in a good space, as I always like to start off with. And I think we're all pretty much grateful that we have Biden in office now. Him and Kamala are already doing their thing. And I don't know if it necessarily brings a sense of security, but I think we're all just very grateful and thankful that, the T-Man, the orange guy is out of office. And we can just look forward to hopefully some better policies, some better things that need to be handled. And it's not going to be done overnight. So again, we may not even be feeling secure necessarily in the feeling of having, the president and vice president who is there in office, but at least we know that the last person is out of office. And that actually brings me to today's point. It's another harsh reality. I'm going to be throwing this in your face, and I may be speaking for myself, but I know there's a lot of people who feel the same way. But that guy, that orange man, was basically a liar. And I know that many of you feel the same way. He is just a liar, like liar, liar, liar. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I'm going to segue from that guy into just how I feel about liars, like in my relationship and in our relationships. Like, what does that invoke in me, or what do I feel when I think and reflect on liars? Like, there's so many liars in the world, and there's just so much lying going on. And so I actually looked to one of these articles, Psychology Today, and this specific article started off talking about lying specifically with the online dating community. If you've not been into online dating before, I have been. I'm going to just speak on it from personal experience, and it is definitely a different kind of world. That's definitely what I can say to begin with. It is a job in itself, I feel that it is. And unless you're just out there just trying to, I guess, basically hook up with anything and everything on that's walking, because there are men out there, that's men and other persons out there who are looking for that kind of thing. You can definitely just find that in online dating. But if you are a person like myself, that you're really trying to screen and hoping, being hopeful and finding, good conversation and whatever the other factors may be that you're on the site for, it is a job. Like, it's a job. And basically, when it comes to getting to know people, like, you do not want to find out that you are dealing with a liar. Like, that's just one of the worst feelings. And it does talk about catfishing. I've never had to deal with that myself, thank God, and hopefully I would never have to deal with that. Hopefully some of you guys have not dealt with that, but if you have, of course, call into the show. We need to know. We want to know the deets. Like, let us know what's happened, how you got out of that situation, how it made you feel. Our number is 347-719-3350. 347-719-3350. Like I said, call us, text us, talk to us, people. Comment underneath our posts. We're also on Instagram, CWFP_, and follow myself at 69shining on Instagram. And anyways, back to the lying. Oh my gosh. So the article talks about catfishing. And again, it's like, you just don't want to deal with these kind of things, because it just takes you down a road of like stress. And also, it's a waste of your time. Like, there was that whole slogan, that spiel for Reclaim My Time. Well, it started in 2019, I think. Then we just kept carrying it over into every year. But it's so true. Like, after I've been through this, like, we may have a history together, and all your lying and all these different things, like, I have wasted so much time and consumed myself, and I guess perhaps sticking with you, just making it seem like everything is all right to the world around us. Like, all of these different things, evolve around myself playing into someone else's lives. And these are like hypothetical situations, but this is what comes from having to deal with liars. Like, and it also makes you go into this mode of like wanting to find the truth, like digging to find the truth. So then you like spend time, if you're a person like you pry into their social media, into their phone. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not that type of person. No one has ever made me feel like I need to go through their phone, and I'm never gonna get to that point. Like, I'm not that type of person. Whenever I feel that, I'm walking away. Like, I'm literally opening my mouth and saying something about it, and I'm done. Like, but it takes you on this road, and this you're like digging to find the truth. Now it consumes your mind. Perhaps like it even makes you like step out of, like, it triggers you to be like this different person, and makes you come out of character. Like, all of a sudden you're like bitter all the time, upset, and it's not even about you. It's because this other person whom you hold dear, whether that's a friend, a family member, your partner, whom you hold dear, has been lying to you. And it's just like, what is going on? Like, you're just trying to find out and trying to, on one hand, cope with it, on the other hand, try to make some sense of it. And so it just kind of changes you as well. And so these are all the things that come along with dealing with liars, and no one wants to deal with it. Like, that's just the bottom line. But the article also mentioned about people lying, or in a sense catfishing other people because they have insecurities. Now, with this whole insecurities thing, I feel like it's an excuse. Like I said in other episodes, like, you have to deal with your issues. Please deal with your issues before coming to me. I mean, honestly, in a real world, yes, we can be together and develop and evolve and grow together, and be open about our issues, be open about different things that we are struggling with, but be open about it, and don't lie, don't be conniving, and don't be, like, oh, the person doesn't know this about me, so I'm gonna just keep saying something, to the effect of what they want to hear, or because I am insecure in this, I'm just gonna make up these lies. Like, no, don't do that. Like, don't come, take that somewhere else. Like, honestly, don't come over here with that. I don't care who you are. Like, no, like, I'm not dealing with that. And I know no one else wants to deal with that. Like, even if you're the liar, if you're the person that's the perpetrator, just think about if someone else is doing that to you. Like, how would you feel? But I know a lot of people don't have that empathy. So even my saying that, that could just go in one ear and out the other. But I just hope that this gets through to someone. If you're the person out there lying, like, come on, man. Come on, son. But also with lying, like, it's so many things. Like, those type of people just keep gaslighting you. Like, usually they're very calm, and they're very, like, they're smooth people, and, like, I call them smooth talkers. Like, very charming. They just come off as if they've done nothing wrong. And I think a lot of the liars also feel like they are not in the wrong. They feel possibly that what they're saying is true. And then on, like, the other hand, they feel like, I guess if they haven't said something to you, it's like, oh, I didn't think to mention it to you, or they don't feel like they're withholding information, but they are, and they are being manipulative, or they're being conniving, and they have these pattern of lies. And so it's not like when you're bringing bringing it up to them, bringing the issue up to them, that you are lying to them about their lies. No, like, you are truly a liar, and this is what you've done. Like, this is the mess that you've made out of our relationship, out of yourself, because you do look like a fool. But again, you know, like, no one just wants to deal with any of these things. It just makes you lose respect for people, that person. It makes you lose respect for, ultimately, I guess it would be relationships. Like, a lot of people do go into this deep hole and not want to start anything again because they've been lied to so many times. They don't want to start new friendships. The friendships have been lacked. They've been lacking because friends have been lying to them. Like, people lie to them. So you really can't even, you know, fault them for these kind of emotions that come up. The trust in the foundation is just totally crumbled. It's just broken. Like, you do not want to ever kind of forgive that person or have anything to do with them even further because of that. And, you know, like, I may sound very passionate about this, but I am, like, and I know a lot of you are as well. Like I said, just let us know your thoughts and your feelings. If you agree with me on this, if I'm missing anything, if I'm over exaggerating, let me know. I know, like I said, I can be very passionate, but it's just so much to liars. Like, I do not like, this is why I don't like liars. There's just so much to it. And they can also lying could get so bad, like the act of lying, that they deter like your external environment. They can turn your external environment against you. They can turn friends and family against you. They can just play you out to be like this person that you're not. Like, lying can just get there. Like, it can just take you there. And it's very hurtful, like I mentioned initially, when we have politicians and people in the media, perhaps like influencers or whomever else, lying to us. But like myself, how I'm, you know, speaking and expressing myself right now about lying, when it hits close to home, it is very hurtful. It's like so hurtful. But again, you know, like, these are articles that I read about lying and some of the reasons they brought out why people lie. And this is the reason why I hate liars. I'm telling you guys, I am dead serious about these reasons. Like, I don't want to deal with liars. And I hope you guys don't have to deal with liars going forward. But if you are dealing with a liar in your life right now, or if you just need somebody to talk to, hit us up on the CWF network, seriously. And regardless of that, though, you know, just always try to find the light regardless of what you're going through. And we will see you next time on the Love Her podcast. Thanks for listening.
This is the CWF network, where we bring you big content in small pieces. Follow us on Instagram at CWFP_. Okay, bye.